the little series of 4 pen and ink drawing birds are done pretty much. I have a little bit of work to do on the woodpecker, but I'm going to start the second phase, the part 2 of this project, which is getting them hand colored. Now, before I can hand color them, I want to take the pen and ink, just the black and white drawings. I'm going to scan them into the computer and get a digitized image so that I can use them for other projects. I can make them smaller. I can put them on t-shirts. I can put them on greeting cards. I can do things to them digitally and change them a little bit before I actually hand color them and have them finished for my brother's taking. Once I get them all done, he's going to take them and they'll be the originals. But I still have the digital copies of them. So I'm going to start with that and just finish this thing up, part 2. I've got three pieces to scan. The fourth one is still, I thought I had it finished, but there's a little bit left, so I won't scan it yet. But the first one I'm going to try to do is the cardinal, the red cardinal, which I'm going to scan it now so I have the black and white version of it, which I can use on a t-shirt or anything else. I think the bottom goes like this. There, center it, and hopefully I've got it centered, but I'll go check it on my computer and then go from there. This is my little laptop that I use for scanning, special purposes scanning, and then I also use it on my sound recording sometimes. But I've got this opened up here to do the scanning. I use the CanoScan toolbox software that came with the Canon scanner that I use, and that's this is the interface for the scanning, and that's what I'm about to do now through this laptop. Well, that takes care of these 3 scanning, that is, the yellowbird, the bluebird, and the cardinal. I got those 3 scanned, and as soon as I wrap up that, woodpecker, as soon as I wrap up the woodpecker out there, I can bring it in and scan it, and then I can move on and do the hand coloring probably tomorrow. Continuing with the birds, I'm to the point now where I'm coloring, putting the color on them, and I'm going to work on this bluebird right now. I've already done the cardinal and the top of the woodpecker with red. Now I have these old Crayola poster craft paint tubes and some old acrylic paint, but most of them are these little cheap kids Crayola craft paints, and I mixed up some red and I did the woodpecker and the cardinal earlier, and I think now I'm going to work on the bluebird for a bit, and I'm going to mix up some blue and some white because I want to put a little white in here where the bird has some white under his neck. So let me get those mixed up and then I'll continue. Well, let's try this bluebird. I have some white and some blue mixed up here, and we're going to see how this works. I may have to add a little water to this to thin it some more, but I got a little latitude here playing around. So let's go with this little thin brush first, a little thin one. Get all that red paint cleaned out of it, and let's put a little white. Put a little white into some of the areas where I know that it's going to be some white. Mixed in with the blue under the neck here. And down this area. And it's totally up to me how much I want to put the white in here, because the lighter values in the stipple will also just show up as white. But I wanted to put some white just to give it a little blending when I hit it with the blue. Let's see how this looks now. Let's go back here with some blue. We'll do this back side here first. Well, that's pretty light. Ambiguous here around the eye. Okay, let's spread this out a little bit. Now where I hit it with the white here, it's doing this number like it's making it a light blue area, just exactly what I wanted it to do. Didn't put any white in here, but I'll come back with some white in there afterwards. That works. As I said in one of the other videos, the value, the darkness or the lightness of the bird is put in there when I did the stippling, so I don't have to try to paint values with the blue. I'm just like coloring it in, just coloring it in like a little child coloring his coloring book. You know, I used to love coloring books too. So it's kind of like a childhood coloring in coloring book pages. And it's quite a bit of fun actually. This is a blue bird, so I like it. It's not as smooth as I wanted it to be. So what I'll do is come back. I'll come back again with some with a little soft. That's the white brush. I need to find a softer brush here. Spread this blue a little bit. Spread it around some. Anyway, that's pretty much what I'm doing. Putting the blue color in. Okay, it's time to move on to the yellow bird. These colors that I'm putting on here, it's not exactly as I had thought it would be. They're actually a little dull to me, but it may just be me looking at them so much. But I've got some yellow mixed up here, and I'm going to do the yellow bird now, or move on to the yellow bird, and see how this one looks. Yellow is of course the lightest color, and it should be the easiest to just put in. Now up here in the top part around these darker sections, there's actually a little bit of like tan color, so I'm just going to let that stand for a while after I put the yellow, and I may have to mix another one to go on top of it, but we'll see how it looks. Let me get a different brush. Okay. You hear my kitty? Cry baby kitty. The little crybaby kitty. She is somewhat disturbed that she has to be out here by herself, but it's really the safest place for her. But this yellow is much lighter than I thought. I'm going to put this layer of yellow on here very light, and then I'll come back later and put some more intense yellow. I had thought about using a color pencil, but I thought the watercolor, the liquid wash like this would just be so much easier, and it is, but it's not as vibrant as I hoped. You better watch your, I almost stepped on her again. She gets down there right at my feet, and I'm concentrating on this, and when I shift positions, I end up stepping on her. Or him. I think it's him, actually. Shifted around real quick just now. Got down there under my feet. I remember getting stepped on a while ago when I was out here doing the bluebird. Bluebird. Yeah, it's not as yellow. It's not as intense. So I think what I'll do is I will add some more yellow paint to that water and come back and put some more. Now what is that fell in there? Dry blue stuff. So some more yellow in there, and make it a little more opaque, thicker. It will probably tend to hide the black more. I'm going to try it. Just a quick watch over. Look at the yellow, more yellow, and goes on very quick. And this paper I bought is meant for this. It's totally meant for wet media. That went pretty quick. As I said, it's the lightest color, so it naturally is going to be the easiest and fastest to go on. So there we have it. The yellow one is done, and right over here to dry the others, and that is the 4 stipple drawing hand-colored birds. I think that's going to finish up my video.